Great day, amazing humans. Yes, welcome to Empowering Bites. This is where we keep it short and sweet. But who is the we? Well, the we is me, Nkechi, and
I'm Gaby with 1B. Pleased to be the co-host of these Empowering Bites where we keep it short and sweet.
E to the A to the B to the what? Mamone! That is Gaby 1B Mamone. Let's go, girl. Let the show begin. Great day, amazing humans, and welcome to another episode of Empowering Bites, where I am joined by my fabulous, amazing co-host, Gee and not the car. You weren't expecting that one.
No, you've never called me by my initials before.
What's your middle name? NNR.
I had to think about it. NNR. Okay. I don't have a middle name.
Oh, you don't have?
No,
so it's GM.
no,
Okay.
we don't.
Yeah.
We never got middle names in my family.
GM. Yeah.
GM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna start with a story, and then we'll get into the it'll lead into the topic.
Okay.
So my mom is probably the most simplest person that I know, and I love it. Like I want to get to that in my life. She has one winter coat. Well, she has one winter coat for like every kick it. And then she has like a fancy coat that she'd wear to church. And I think she might has two of those, but I've known them since I've been a kid.
Okay.
And they're stylish now. They'd be vintage, right?
Sure.
She has one pair of winter boots.
Wow.
She has like one pair of jeans. She has like her Sunday best that they're all like, if you go to her closet, everything has its own place. Like she has one, essentially, so that's what I'm saying. Like she has one set of plates, one set of cutlery, and all of that to say that she's 87. She's not on any medication. She does take eye drops, right? She's like vibrant. She has stairs in her home. She navigates them. She has an Audi truck. Like she is living like her best life.
Good.
And when I think about it, I'm like, and she has all her faculties. Like,
Well,
she could tell a story, man. Like I have to listen. I have to sit and listen. Like, and I recognize that she doesn't have decision fatigue. Right? And that's what we're here to talk about today, right? Like sometimes it's not overthinking, it's under deciding.
Okay.
And we tend to in the world of having everything and like this abundance. Like I recognize like when I'm trying to figure out what outfit to wear to work, it's not that I can't figure out what to wear. It's that I haven't made a decision on what to wear.
For sure.
Right? I'm delaying the decision, right? Like make the decision and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to talk with you today is like, we're not in a society of there's so much and everybody has so much of everything. It's not about overthinking. We're just under deciding.
Indecision causes anxiety.
Yes.
And so it is important to be able to make decisions. And I'm going to be vulnerable here today and say that this is an area that I'm working on because I do overthink things. And I recognize that successful people are able to make decisions and make decisions quickly.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I belabor things. It's like, if I do this, then this going to happen. And if I do that, what's going to happen here? And how would this portray this? And so that's overthinking. That's overthinking. And that is an area that I'm working on, sometimes to let it go, sometimes to surrender. And so, let's get deep into this.
Well, one of the things, I mean, like at my job, I have to constantly be making decisions. But if I just kind of take this to my personal life and I mean, this is something that just kind of came to me like in this moment as you were talking, is I think I apply indirectly, like I apply this what needs to be true.
Okay.
Right. So if I think about my personal life, like what needs to be true, and there's certain things like, is what I'm going to do going to bring, like, will it bring me joy? Does it bring me closer to God? There's certain things like and if you can figure that out, I think if you can sort of have like a few things to say that you can merit against, like what needs to be true, and then as whatever it is that you're thinking about or have to make the decision on, is if those are the things that need to be true, does it satisfy those things? And if it does, then make the decision.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to run some use cases against it, but
Yeah. So in this moment, I'm overthinking what you've just said. Because
well, well, you know what's so funny is, like, I love that you say that, because I often say to people, like, when I'm mentoring, let's just say somebody comes to me, I'm totally might be going left center here, but somebody comes to me and they say that they're they feel that they suffer from the imposter syndrome. And you
Okay,
already
sure.
done know that I don't like
Yeah.
that term, but for the sake of this, they say that um I'm challenged by the imposter syndrome. And then I spend time with them talking about how awesome, like, we start to review their resume and all of the things that they've accomplished in life.
Mhm.
And then I say to them, like, if it's really about knowing that there's nothing imposter about you,
Mhm.
and that you have so much evidence about why you are succeeding in life, what do you believe is your gap between where you are now and believing that to be true? And a lot of times the first question is, I don't know. I said, well, since you don't know, then know that.
Yes.
And that's it. But
That's
people
enough.
still, but to
Yeah.
your point, like, that's why that came to
Right.
me, is that they still try to overthink it. I'm like, but you don't need to like, if you don't know what it is,
Yeah.
then just know that.
Right.
And allow that to be what you know.
Right.
Right.
And why put energy into it
Thinking
when it's
of-
unnecessary?
Right. Because right.
Sure.
Right. So sometimes I think we talk ourselves out
Yes.
of things that we could actually just lock into. But we think about all of the reasons why we're not either deserving of that decision.
Yeah.
Or that choice, whatever. Like, that came to me when you were saying that just
Yeah.
now, overthinking what I was saying.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, and that also builds confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this loop, because if people are belaboring a
Mhm.
decision, or they're in this mindset of I have imposter syndrome,
Mhm.
then really they're just going in this loop, and
Mhm.
they're finding reasons to justify why they
Right.
feel that way,
Right.
right? And so then all of a sudden their energy goes in that direction,
Mhm.
whereas it's really unnecessary
Mhm.
energy being used.
Yeah. I started to, I'm nowhere near my mother, but I am trying to declutter my home.
Yeah.
When you think about spaces that inspire you, it's probably spaces that don't have a lot of things in it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think even society depicts spaces like that often. So,
Mhm.
but at the same time, there's so much coming at us, right?
For
Like, that we
sure.
have to be a really great gatekeeper in terms of how much, because the more you let in, the more analysis paralysis that you get into. So I think decluttering probably helps, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not as close as I mean, I'll never be as good as my mom, but I remember about a year or so ago, I had a stylist come in and sort of prepare me 10 outfits.
Mm.
And they're still hanging on one section of the closet. And these are my work outfits.
Okay.
And they're jackets, so they're coordinates, so I can actually change, but I don't have to go and look at the rest of my rest of my closet.
Okay.
And it's just there. And I remember how easy it was to know what to wear to work.
That's brilliant. So it's all organized, and you just mix and match pants, blazer, that kind of
Yeah,
thing, but it's this section.
And if I really think about
great.
me, like, I'm a creature of routine, I ended up kind of wearing the same coordinates because I just knew it worked.
Yeah.
It looked good. It fit well. I think about, like, even some of the geniuses that we know about. Like, I don't know if it's is it Mark Zuckerberg or
Yeah.
some of those, like Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Typically, you could probably guess what he's gonna wear.
Yeah, for sure.
He's in a button-down shirt.
Yeah.
Look at the guy that runs Survivor, like, same kind of
Same
shirt,
thing, yeah.
and a
Simon
pair of
Cowell.
jeans. Right, black t-shirt and a
T-shirt,
pair of
yeah,
jeans, right?
yeah, same.
Like, it's that kind of concept, right? Like, where can we simplify our lives so we're leaving the need to make decisions out?
That's a tough one for anyone that likes things or has memories or holds on to keepsakes and things like that. But it does make sense that, like, your mom is a minimalist, really. She only has what she needs, and it probably helps her tremendously, right?
Yeah,
I love that.
I do. I love this topic.
Yeah, me
Yes.
as well.
So Well, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. So we talked about decision fatigue. We talked about analysis paralysis. We talked about the confidence loop, the cognitive load. So unresolved decisions occupy mental bandwidth. I think
Mm-hmm.
that that's a big one.
Yeah, it's a
And
big one.
so I think sometimes like, we know intuitively
Yes.
what decision
Yep.
we need to make.
Yep.
Recently, there's this declaration that I came up with, which is I declare peace is the authority of my inner environment, right? Like I
Yes.
declare that.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, I know the things that don't give me peace.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any delayed decisions on that, then those are the things that I need to double down and yeah.
I think that's great. As you were speaking, I just remembered something that applies to entrepreneurs. Sometimes when I'm coaching an entrepreneur, they often say, well, I don't know if I'm ready to speak on a stage because I haven't done my logo yet, or I haven't done this. And it's like, you don't need a logo. You don't need a logo. You don't need this. So that relates to even when I do events. There used to be a time where I would not launch it until the event page was perfect and the graphics were all there, but then that delayed the start. Just launch the darn thing and then make the changes after, right? Because by delaying it, that's indecision.
Yeah.
That's adding unnecessary weight on your mind that you don't need to do. Just make the decision and go.
And I think you helped us get to maybe the parting call to action.
Yes.
And so I'll frame it in Nike's logo is what?
Just do it.
And what is the most profound part of that logo?
Action.
No, what is like of the just do it? Which word is the most profound?
Just
do
it.
So just do it, y'all.
Just do it.
And as you just do it, we have to just end. So I'm Ink.
And I'm just Gaby with one B.
No, you're not just Gaby.
I'm not just Gaby. I'm not just Gaby. Rewind.
We just have to end. I'm Ink.
And I'm Gaby with one B.
And we're out. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.